So I'm going to show you how I use a perfect cue to drive my weather block. And basically what I have here is two inputs from two different computers feeding into my Ross graphics system. So XPression has two inputs. One of those is the weather computer, and the weather computer has a Perfect Cue Micro stationed above it and also connected to it using USB. And thanks to the magic of USB over Cat5, the Perfect Cue's other input is connected to the XPression graphics system. And as long as all of the scenes are in the proper order, I'm going to show you how the weather presenter can then drive this entire block of the show themselves. So join me here in the studio on the green screen. And you can see we've got the program feed routed to the teleprompter, so the weather presenter, which is delivering an unscripted moment of the show, can look directly at the audience they're addressing. And the first thing we see is we've got this gorgeous weather shot right now. That's a live shot outside. And if I want to change that, we can now move on to our next scene in the graphics system, which is our current conditions. So we can talk about the current conditions, and then when we're ready, once again, advance that. And now that brings us to our weather computer where we have the maps. So there are our maps playing back, and you can see what's going on there. Can talk about that a little bit. And when I'm ready to advance the map scene, once again, I can use my perfect cue and advance the scene on that computer and then zoom in to our region to talk about what's going on locally. And you can see a little bit of the satellite coverage there. And then when we're done that, I can return to the perfect cue here and use another button and showcase the regional temperatures. And then when we talk about the water temperature, we can then transition to our tidal information and then talk about the current tides and then finish up with our 7-day forecast. All driven from a perfect cue remote, making it very easy for the presenter to control that entire block of the show without a very, very high-end computer system. And with that, our weather block is over. So our technical director can then transition the teleprompter back to text, allowing the anchors to then take over the rest of the show.